Hi, my name's Amanda D, and today I'm going to show you a few different variations of VASISTHASANA and give you some tips. But first of all, we do need to open up the hamstrings and the hips so that we can accomplish all the different variations. So step your right foot forward and have your knee directly over the right ankle. Slide your back knee back as far as it can go while keeping the front knee over the ankle. Now you can lower your elbows down to blocks. As you can see, I'm turning the blocks down to different heights here, so whichever one is best for your position, which feels good to you. And if you can lower your elbows all the way down to the floor, but try to keep the weight in the elbow closer to the front leg there, so that would be the right elbow. So you don't want that lifting. Now to stretch the quadricep, you can also reach your right hand back and hold on to your back foot, drawing the heel towards its own sit bone. So try not to let the foot slide over to the opposite sit bone because that can twist the knee. So you want the heel straight towards its own sit bone, left heel towards the left sit bone. Now pull your hips back and straighten through the front leg, keeping the hands on the inside of the leg. The back hip is over the back knee. Flex your front foot and drop the right sitting bone down. And if you want to go deeper, start to bend your elbows towards the floor, and maybe you can even place your right elbow onto the floor, but that would be very deep. Keep the lower back extended, lengthening through the spine, reaching through the top of the head. Okay, let's do that on the other side. So step now your left foot forward so that the pinky toe is against the side edge of your mat, your knee is over your ankle, and then slide that back knee back as far as it can go, keeping the front knee over the ankle. Once again, lower your elbows to the height that works for you, using blocks if needed. Hug the left outer hip in, so that front leg, keep the outer hip hugging in. To go deeper, reach back and grab hold of your right foot with your opposite hand. So opposite hand to foot, draw the heel into its own sitting bone. So right heel towards right sitting bone. Take a few breaths there. If you need to put padding under the back knee, feel free to use a blanket. Pull your hips back now for the hamstring stretch. Your right knee is over your right hip is over your right knee. And you can see here, try not to round the spine. That will just pull on the lower back instead of stretching your hamstring. Lengthening through the spine, bring the elbows towards the floor. You can also stay upright on the hands. Again, you don't want to round in the spine. The front foot is flexing, the left sitting bone is dropping down. Okay, so now we're moving into the VASISTHASANA variations. First of all, you want to have the hand underneath the shoulder. So here I am on my left side. My left hand is underneath my left shoulder, my fingers are spreading wide and my fingertips are pressing into the floor. Then move your left shoulder back using the rhomboids between the shoulder blades and push the floor away so you're not sinking into the shoulder. The left knee is underneath the left hip. This would be the most basic variation, so you can just keep working on this. And maybe you can try to push down into the floor, lift the knee off the floor. For a more advanced variation, hold on to the outside of the foot with the top hand and extend that lower leg forward. Keep the hips lifted up. Don't let the hips drop. Now here's another variation where you can hold on to the top knee, move the knee back away towards move the knee back behind you, and then maybe grab hold of the big toe and extend the leg up towards the ceiling. Or for me, it would be the sky because I'm outside. So here is another variation of VASISTHASANA. Sometimes when it's hard to bring the legs together, I will encourage a student to step the foot in front of the knee. Now I'm taking hold of the top knee, just like I did when my lower knee was on the floor. I lift my hips up, try to ground down that lower foot first, and then extend the leg up towards the ceiling. Keep the hips lifted. This is the key to VASISTHASANA, is not letting the side body drop down to the floor and pressing the floor away, so you're not sinking into the shoulder. So I am moving through these quite fast. This is just for you to watch and see which variation is working for you, or you can go at your own speed. So I'll just go through all that on the other side. So I'll just face this way so it's easier for you to see me. So again, my knee is underneath my hips. My top leg is extended, so it's my right knee under my hip, my left leg is straight. I'm spreading my fingers over my lower hand, moving that shoulder away from my ear, pushing the floor away. And also be aware, you don't want your chin to start to curl in towards your chest, which happens a lot with students. So move the sides of the neck back and also engage your belly. You want support with the rectus abdominal muscles, the core muscles. Maybe hover the knee off the floor. Some of you can take hold of the outside edge of the foot and extend the leg forward. So it's opposite hand to foot. Keep lifting the hips. So coming into the other variations of VASISTHASANA, you can step the top foot in front of the lower knee and keep lifting the hips so you can get used to having weight into that lower shoulder and pushing the floor away. Move the sides of the neck back. And more advanced variation would be to hold onto the top knee. You can see I'm bending the lower knee so I can ground down that lower foot and lift the hips higher. That makes it a little bit easier then to keep the balance and keep the weight moving upwards. When you're ready, take hold of the big toe in yogic toe lock, extend the leg up towards the ceiling. And you want to roll the top side of the belly down to the lower side of the belly. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Namaste.